What's up, guys? I'm the East Coaster fan. Today's an exciting day as we're heading to Six Flags Great Adventure. As in we, I mean me and Michael over here.
Hello.
You remember him from a bunch of previous videos, such as the Spring Great Adventure video and Spring Hershey Park video. First time going to a park with him since the big trip to Ohio, and first ACE event since Two for Connecticut, which it was a really good time, and if you haven't seen the video for that, it should be in the description below somewhere. But anyway, today we're heading to Thrill-A-Thon, which is kind of an enhanced version of the previous Riding of the Bull. The reason they're not calling it Riding of the Bull is because El Toro is not going to be open. They're still doing repairs for that, so we're going to be able to see it, but not ride it, unfortunately.
We'll definitely be... Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Here, we'll definitely be crying at El Toro, though. Hopefully, maybe I'll still find... A couple of videos ago, I made a vlog a while ago at Great Adventure, a little while after it closed, and I left a Get Well Soon card. And I kind of said in the video about, oh, it'll probably last a couple days, or at least until the rainstorm happens. That was like late July. A few days ago, a hurricane came through New Jersey, so that thing is long gone.
I think I actually have a picture of the card that he left by El Toro. It's really funny. He actually posted it on his Instagram, I think, right?
Yeah, it should still be on there if you go through like my story highlights.
Yeah, so if you don't follow him on Instagram, it's at Blue Diamond Coasters, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at East Coaster Fan, where you can find all updates on trip announcements, memes, and all sorts of random stuff. But anyway, enough about me and Michael here. Today is all about Great Adventure and meeting a bunch of new enthusiasts. So, we're just approaching the exit now to Great Adventure, and I'll see you in the park. We've arrived at Great Adventure, and now we're just waiting for them to let us in. But I actually forgot to mention something. This is actually your first roller coaster event.
Or at least one that's like for coaster enthusiast groups. I've done like roller coaster day at Six Flags America, and I went to Six Flags or Magic Mountain for roller coaster day, but they didn't really do anything for roller coaster day that year. It was weird. You would think a park with 19 coasters. But this is the first time I've been to like an ACE event, because I am not a part of ACE. But this guy here gave me the code to get the ticket, so get to see a new side of the community that I've devoted my entire life and wealth to.
No, you're definitely gonna have a great time, especially since I have experience with a bunch of ACE events in the past, and they've usually been some of the best days I've had at amusement parks. So, oh, I think they're testing Ka.
I heard the fins drop.
Oh, no noise. Well, anyway, Ka's not going to be our priority in the morning. We're actually going to start with ERT on Nitro and Jersey Devil, but more on that once we get into the park.
Oh, I guess it's cheaper now that
We finished check-in and got the coveted Great Adventure neon green wristband, which allows us to do ERT. So hopefully they'll let us in soon and we can start getting on rides. Alright, so the time is 9 o'clock and we finally made it in the park. We're going to be heading straight to Jersey Devil, as probably most people in this event are doing. But one bit of exciting news. For the past, I think, 3 years, I've been a Six Flags season pass holder. But this upcoming season...
I hate to interrupt you, I'm gonna let you finish, but Starbucks.
Oh yeah, this is the new Starbucks.
It should have been at Dunkin' Donuts. How else am I supposed to do Dunkachino?
Everyone wants my Dunkachino. Can't get enough of my Dunkachino.
I agree, Dunkin' Donuts is better than Starbucks.
I mean, I don't drink coffee at all, but I just want to reenact Dunkachino.
What's my name? Dunkachino. Dunkachino.
But anyway, back to the news. I am now officially a Diamond Elite member. So that should give me a lot more perks throughout the entire season. It's something I've been considering for a while now, and I'm happy now that I'm finally a member. But enough about me talking about memberships. Let's get on the rides.
Also, as you can see, this is the fountain at Epcot. It's down. Yay!
Thank Bob Chapek, everybody. Okay, like I said before, first ride of the day is going to be Jersey Devil. it is actually going now, which is a much better change than how it was when I came for roller coaster day. But it looks like it's running slow, so hopefully it'll warm up as the day continues. But let's get a walker and get on the ride. I'll tell you how the ERT session went at the end.
The minimum height requirement for this ride is 48 inches. If you do not meet this height requirement, you will not be permitted to ride Disney Go.
So ERT is almost over. We got 5 rides on Jersey Devil, and we're probably gonna head to the Nitro area next. But we want to stop by to look at this raffle. So there's going to be 3 raffles during the day. One of them is now, and then there's gonna be one during dinner and the night ERT. But some of the stuff here is crazy. So I put in 1 ticket, actually I did 2 tickets. One is for El Toro track right here. And one here is for, if I go around, King the Ka's cable. So that would be amazing if I won that. But hopefully there's an even cooler prize later on in the day because I still have 1 ticket. But yeah, come to these events and sometimes you can win cool things like that. ERT is over, but I want to share my thoughts on Jersey Devil. So if you remember, this is the first time I've ridden it since June, and that was in the rain. So I got a real sense for really a daytime sunny day ride on this coaster, and with the new wheels, because remember I got new wheels after the incident that Stunt Pilot had. So it's running a little bit faster, but there's still some areas of the ride that are just a little bit annoying, kind of like potholes at the bottom of hills, and sometimes it just runs a little bit sluggish. But I still love the drop, that dive loop right there. I forget, there's like an official name for it. But it's just a fun ride. It's a great coaster that complements the lineup of Great Adventure, and it doesn't have to be too intense because we have El Toro in the same park. At least when El Toro is operating. So even though I think this coaster is going to be lowering a little bit in my rankings, it's still a very solid coaster to this park, and I'm glad that we have it here.
Oh, yeah. Still use your seatbelt though. Yeah.
Jack, what do you have to say?
I mean, you heard it before, Among Us.
Among Us.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Never tell me the odds.
It's been a while since I've done King the Ka as one of the first rides of the day, but that's going to change since this is a really prime area to be in, since most of the ERT sessions are happening towards the right side of the park. So we're going to try and prioritize the left while the park is open. Ah yes, the tortoise is out.
Excuse me, would I be turtly enough for the Turtle Club? I don't know, maybe if I throw the shell, it'll hit the car.
Maybe.
Needs more spikes.
Work continues to progress on El Toro, even during the event today. It seems that they're doing work going up the first airtime hill. Still not sure if this is going to be open by the end of the year. I think it's definitely going to be reopening next season. Hopefully, better than ever. Just finished a back row ride on Ka and 3 rides on Zumanjaro. The reason we tried for 3 on Zumanjaro is we were trying to get a duel. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. We got close a couple of times, but still haven't gotten that perfect duel. Hopefully, we'll get it either later today or another time before they close for the season. But we're gonna head towards Frontier Adventures now to do some more rides. We just got off the Sawmill Log Flume, second ride of the season. Really good. Got decently wet, but not too bad. And we could continue on with the rest of the day. Probably gonna hit the Sky Ride to head back to the right side of the park. Like I said before, we're on the Skyway now.
I love you too, man.
Yeah, so we're heading towards the right side of the park to eat at Casa de Quesadilla. Never been there before, but Michael says it's really good. And in the meantime, gonna see some rides, and maybe I'll be able to check in as I go across all these rides. We have spotted not only a mechanic by Little Devil Coaster, but the trains are finally on the track. Maybe they'll open this for ERT later, who knows. Finally got the food from Casa de Quesadilla. I got a chicken quesadilla and chips. It also came with salsa and sour cream. Hopefully it'll taste good. Michael got the same thing.
I love quesadillas.
We finished our quesadillas. Gotta say, that is one of the best things that I've ever had at this park. Definitely really tasty, and I highly recommend eating at Casa de Quesadilla. We're checking this white tent over here because there's actually a Comic Fest event that's scheduled at the same time as Thrill-A-Thon. So we're gonna take a look for a little bit, and then our tour is actually in half an hour. Gotta say, I'm a big fan of what they're doing in here. It's a lot of cool comic memorabilia. And actually over there, it's kind of hard to see, but towards, I think it's called the Showcase Theater, they have some celebrities that voice some of your favorite pop characters, like some Transformers, superheroes. Also, there's some walk-around characters. You're gonna have to check out Michael's channel, Blue Diamond Coasters, to see this awesome interaction he had with one of the DC supervillains. I'm not gonna say. You have to watch the video to find out. The time has come to do the backstage tour.
I'm an operations area supervisor here at 6 Great Adventure. I've worked there for the past 7 years. I overlook this section of 240, which is from the carousel down to Kindercon and Kilimanjaro. I'll be one of your tour guides today. One of my boss, Austin, who's going to get some more events for you guys. You can come and see yourselves in the back. I'm just going to go over a couple of ground rules with you guys.
The tour has officially begun. I think the first thing we're going to look at is Nitro.
We have a bulk of our maintenance shops right over here. The only ones that aren't over here are the iron workers. Electricians, and electronics.
Well, now we know where Batman parks his car when it's not in front of Batman the Ride. Just past the boneyard full of a lot of Looney Tunes stuff from back in the day. Also in that white tent is stuff for a holiday in the park. And right here is a log flume. This right here is the El Toro car that broke. Seems like not a lot is damaged, but that could be because they repaired a lot of it. Over here is a lot of the employee facilities. And this is actually where you would also enter as an employee, I believe. We have made it all the way to the Hammerhead turn. And enthusiasts are basically just sitting on all the supports. And a bunch of us are on this island right here. And for Rye Guy, I'm supporting my supports. Over here behind the trees is Prospertown Lake, which you can actually access by the pub outside the park. And some people even kayak up here to get great views of the coasters. We've now made it into the maintenance shed of Batman the Ride. So, just for reference, that's the station where you board the ride, and this is the block zone where you go when you end the ride. Walking down to Congo and Jersey Devil, but we're passing by this giant pool. This is actually a recovery pool in case they need to evacuate the rafts. They bring them over here and they can exit. Ooh, Nitro's coming. I've never seen that happen, but I remember they told me that on the tour last time I was on here. That would be. But yeah, hopefully get some good views of Congo. I've actually
go into Infinity Falls. Do you like Infinity Falls?
I've never been on Congo Rapids before, but I kind of know how the ride is. So hopefully we'll get some good views back here, because it's kind of hard to see this ride normally when you're inside the park. Interrupting the tour, we have some ATVs. Along with that perfect duel with Nitro. Passing by Congo, it's very quiet. While the ride's going on over there, we're kind of down this very quiet nature trail. And just for your information, this is Prosper Town Lake, the same lake we saw by Nitro. We're just on the opposite side now. Not giving us the best views of Congo Rapids, unfortunately, but we have this very nice nature walk next to Prosper Town Lake. And I can see in the Pine Barrens is the Jersey Devil. But this time, we're gonna be on the opposite side. So now we finally made it to the Jersey Devil backstage area, which is basically just the opposite side. You get actually really close, especially to this turnaround right here. So yeah, enjoying the views. And after this, I think the tour is gonna be finished. If you're ever wondering what's underneath Jersey Devil Station, pretty much nothing. How was that ride? And that is the end of the Jersey Devil portion of the tour. Gotta say, that was amazing.
We got to see the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of Jersey Devil.
Yeah, and that was definitely a sight to see. A lot of great angles you could get in there.
Joel!
To conclude our tour, we're actually seeing the maintenance track, or the transfer track, to get to the maintenance area of Skull Mountain. Since the ride's all indoors, it actually has to come outside, and the maintenance area is back here. And also, if you never knew, the ride building for Skull Mountain isn't really that pretty from the backside. We just finished our tour, and we ended up in Junior Thrill Seekers. Yeah, I still got to get used to that name. But Michael, what did you think of your first ever ACE tour?
Solid. Very fun. I got to hug the support for the Hammerhead turn. I got to go into the maintenance shed of Batman and see the backside of Jersey Devil, so I am satisfied.
Awesome. But now is time for another gathering, one in which all enthusiasts enjoy their favorite food, amusement park food. Which is...
Wait. People enjoy amusement park food?
Alright, let me rephrase that. We're gonna eat kind of food?
We're gonna eat food, question mark.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Really good photo of you together.
So everyone's here enjoying their meals inside of the catering hall. I got a little thing here, and this is basically my opportunity to charge my phone for the day. A couple other things. There's the second raffle of the day up there. A lot of similar stuff to what there was last time. However, I've heard there is some Jersey Devil track up there as well. And then later, we should be getting the park president here to do some Q&A. But first, let's enjoy my meal first. All right, so we're about to get the panel ready, including park president and possibly a few other members of staff. I'll record part of it, maybe some of the more interesting questions. As you saw in that last clip, I wanted to film the Q&A session, but we were told to not film anything, so I followed the rules, listened along, and had a great time. We didn't learn a lot of information, but that's okay. It wasn't really meant to be that. They said that they have many projects in the works, and I completely believe that they're going to do a great job. We got to talk to Park President, who's back there, Director of Maintenance, I believe, and Marketing's back there, along with a few others. But the day's not over. We still have plenty of time to ride stuff before night ERT. So we decided to get in line for the parachute tower. Haven't been on this in a while, and you actually haven't been on this in a while either.
Not in about 8 years since the very first time I came here, like back in 2013. So it's always been a ride that I'm like, I'll ride it this time, and I never get around to it. So I'm glad to finally get around to it.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite rides in the park. Not because it's super thrilling, because it's not. It's because it's really unique and fun. You get some nice views, a little bit of floater airtime at the top. And usually I'll give it a chance if it's not like completely out into the midway. I'll tell you what it's like when we get off.
Buckle up your seatbelt and put your hands up until the attendant knocks and check your seatbelt. Enjoy your ride on the parachute. Hello, recruits. Welcome to Edwards Air Force Base Basic Parachute Training. Please note there are only 3 people per chute. Please keep in mind that guests the following medical procedures should not ride. Guests with heart disease, nervous disorder, motion sickness, weak back soreness, or expecting.
Put it in the box.
Finished the parachute ride, good as always. Lots of fun. Gonna head towards Bizarro.
Although, the one problem with the parachute, the wait times in the app said 5 minutes. How long was that wait time?
At least 40. Yeah, typical Six Flags.
Because they were only running 2 of the parachutes. Which I can tell was maybe also a staffing issue because they only had
Possibly.
1 operator running both parachutes.
Yeah, it definitely could be a staffing issue, but
Pretty
still
much
on
every problem right now.
on Labor Day weekend, you kind of expect a little bit more staffing, even if it wasn't Labor Day weekend, especially on Saturdays, because you know those are when your parks are going to be.
That restaurant right there, Garden State Grill, you can find a picture of Dan DeVito.
Yeah, I think I might point that out when we ate there.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Michael found the best picture. It's up there.
It's the trash man.
It's the trash man and God because he's above everyone else.
Also, well, in similar fashion, at the Boardwalk Steak and Fries over there, they have like all these pictures of like different boardwalks in New Jersey, New York, whatever. But one of them, it's on the left side in the very back. there's a picture of a boardwalk, but it is not in New Jersey, it is in Orlando because it is Disney's boardwalk. That like kind of second entertainment area other than Disney Springs.
A little bit of an Easter egg for you coming to the park and eating at Boardwalk Steak and Fries.
You can find a picture of Disney, and I know it's that because you can see the ESPN Cafe and you can see the Swan and Dolphin in the background.
So the plan is to head towards Bizarro, listed as a 25-minute wait. Hopefully that's accurate because I don't feel like waiting any longer than 25 minutes for Bizarro. As part of our tradition this year, when we get to El Toro, we must mourn because it is not open. However, one quick change is the addition of a green fence saying this ride is closed today.
Hey,
Yet,
let's go ride El Toro. Come on, let's go. I think I see the problem here.
Oh, do ya?
I've seen many things at Great Adventure, but this is the first time I've ever seen someone use El Toro for their laundry purposes. We made it to Bizarro. I think the cattle pen closest to the station is completely filled, but I think that's something I'd be willing to wait in, so we're probably gonna do that right now. Got our ride on Bizarro in, and we got it actually kind of at the nighttime, or more so sunset, because when we were cresting, not cresting the hill, but going through this Cobra Roll, you could see the sun by Jersey Devil. Yeah, so sat in the front, very good ride. We were actually with other enthusiasts, so that made the ride a little bit more enjoyable. But the problem was I got stapled hard. I mean, the ride operator, it felt like she was using all the power she had to make sure I was not getting any room. So that definitely took out of the enjoyment a little bit. But front row Bizarro rides have been pretty good this season. All other rows haven't been super great. Hopefully they improve upon that. And maybe give it a little bit of a repaint because it's starting to show its green Medusa paint scheme. Our original plan was to head straight to Skull Mountain from Bizarro, but we noticed that the Joker actually doesn't have that long of a line, so we're gonna hit that first. I actually rode this with my friends back in June. I forgot to say that in my last Great Adventure video, but it was running okay. Hopefully it'll run better, especially at night. Oh, wait. So we did two rides, one on Joker and one on Skull Mountain. First, let's talk about Joker. That was probably the best ride I've ever gotten on that. And it was on the right side towards the lake, facing towards Bizarro. The flips were pretty decent, not too uncomfortable, and a pretty good ride. Still have a little bit of an issue with the restraints, but that's okay. Then we did Skull Mountain. Surprisingly, had probably the shortest station wait I've ever seen for this ride. So we decided to sit in the back, and we had a lot of room on the lap bars. And if you know Skull Mountain, that is the magic seat on this ride because the first drop gives some really good airtime. However, I thought the airtime was I thought I remembered it being a little bit better than it was. Still got some decent floater, but not the ejector moment I really thought this ride had, because this is my first ride on this season, so I thought it would be a little bit stronger airtime, but not a big issue. However, what's really underappreciated is the amount of positives you get on Skull Mountain, especially when doing those downward spirals. You experience a lot of positive force. What do you think, Michael?
You best start believing in Skull Mountain. You're in one.
Okay. I know that wasn't the best footage, but we just got our night ride on Jersey Devil Coaster. And wow, that was a really big improvement. Definitely much better at night. It runs much faster. And yeah, that definitely redeemed the morning rides we got for ERT. The airtime, especially on like the airtime hill towards the beginning of the ride, and some of these smaller ones at the end, felt like El Toro airtime. And elements like the stall and this turnaround right here, you felt so many different forces. Oh man, it was great. And what I said about lowering the ranking, I might have to change my mind a little bit. I think it still might be lowering a little, but that night ride just saved it from being lowered a lot. What do you have to say about that night ride?
It's a masterpiece. Complete, comprehensive. It captures the single rail coaster experience.
He's out of line, but he's right. It's great.
Well said. So, we're gonna head to the third raffle now, which is by where we ate. All right, so final raffle is actually more the same, just like during lunch. There's more King the Cod cable, there's more El Toro track, another Jersey Devil sign, and even this Jersey Devil sign that says, "Have a devilish New Year, 2020." Yeah, that's definitely a rare piece of collection. But I put mine in the El Toro track, of course, and hope.
El Toro track. You gonna get it?
Hopefully.
Okay. You got, yeah, all right.
Yeah, so hopefully I win.
24 hours, baby. Let's keep it going.
From the bottom of my heart and from our team, we want to say thank you to you guys.
No, thank you.
If it isn't
Thank you.
Thanks to my small friends on Jersey Devil.
If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a job. We wouldn't have something for you to create for you. And that's what we want to do. We want every year to get better and better and better. This is literally just the start. We're getting our toes wet. Wait until next year.
Oh God, 2020.
I have other things planned. So the marketing team, on behalf of the marketing team, again, thank you very much to all of you. Thank you so much for coming. And here comes Derek, so we'll give him the floor. Derek, do you want to say something?
Derek!
Thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate it. I know it's the first year event. We hope to grow it. So thank you guys for some support. We know it's not the normal event, so we do appreciate you guys coming out, getting along with each other, and making this event good. I feel like wasn't too many hiccups, so that was a good day for us. I hope you guys see you soon. We'll see you in the park. See you in the park and stop by, say hello. Enjoy, guys. Thank you. All right, now let's get some raffles done.
Yeah.
Small chance.
All right, so this is my number. Hopefully it gets called.
There's like 4 tickets in here.
204-9348.
Damn it.
Dang it.
204-9263.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey! How many is left? Oh boy.
9932127.
Hey!
Last piece.
Nice job.
All right, listen.
Ah.
3, 2, 1, 7, 5.
Oh.
Is anybody here? 1. 3, 2, 1, 7, 5. 3, 2, 1, 7, 5.
No. All
Nine.
right.
3, 2, 1, 7, 5. 1, 7, 5.
Whoa! Oh my God! He did it! Oh my goodness!
Now you can sleep.
That was the best for last.
Thank you.
I hope somebody got that on video.
Congrats! Yeah! Congrats! All right, even though I didn't win, I gotta give respect that Ryan Freeland won. He is Mr. Toro and definitely deserves that track. All right, ERT has officially begun. We're gonna spend most of the night, I think, on Justice League, but we're gonna do at least one ride on Batman the Ride, just to say that we did a coaster during this ERT session. Just got 2 rides on Batman the Ride. Running really well. We were in the back row, right? So I was on the right edge seat, and yeah, I think that actually might be my favorite seat on Batman the Ride, because you get such an amazing whip from the 0G roll right here, and also from the second corkscrew. But I think it's time to do a Justice League marathon. At last, we're finally here to help free the league.
I really wish this was the Snyder cut. 4 hours long.
I think you made this joke in our original Great Adventure video.
I also made this joke in my first Great Adventure video.
My goal is to finally beat my high score of 188,000, which I achieved during my last visit on Roller Coaster Day. I think it's gonna happen tonight.
Identify our individual weaknesses. Now, Luther's using those weaknesses against us. Supergirl, the Flash, and Green Lantern are being held at LexCorp headquarters. We need to break in and rescue them.
Did 3 back-to-back rides on Justice League Battle for Metropolis. Got on the first one 74,600, second one 84,450, and that last one 101,280. So a little bit of an improvement, although not beating my high score just yet. I'm taking a break with it. Michael's still there, he's still training. But I want to get a ride on Wonder Woman. I haven't been on this in a long time. It's definitely not this season. So, happy to get on this at night.
At night.
Don't hold back.
We just got off of Dark Knight, and we just got 2 really cool experiences.
Yeah.
First ride, lights on, and second ride, completely pitch black.
Nothing. Not even like the effects lights, none of the audio, nothing. That was amazing. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like, these were the only lights you could see. Because there's no roofing. Like, we're pretty much in the show building right now.
Just for the experience, those are probably my 2 favorite rides I've ever had on this.
And another thing, so with the lights on, I've been on this ride at least like a dozen times, probably 20 times even. There's a bat cycle in the middle of the show building.
Yes, you can't even see it during
this.
the...
So many times that I never noticed the bat cycle. Heck, maybe it's just because there was less noise in there. I never noticed that the ending, like when you're turning into the station, the speakers are playing the ending to Dark Knight. You know, a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a Dark Knight. And if you don't know me, I love the Dark Knight movie. It's one of like my favorite movies ever. So
is mine.
I have a soft spot just for the ride being based on that movie. But now I get to see how it basically this is my Space Mountain lights on. I got to see all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, those were by far my 2 most memorable rides ever on Dark Knight Coaster. But I think we're gonna finish the night off at Justice League. Yes.
So they were still missing the pre-show that features the actor that played Harvey Dent and Heath Ledger. So to that I have to ask, where are they? Where are they?
I thought you were gonna say, where is Harvey Dent?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on, I got it. Where is Harvey Dent? The lights turned on.
Finished the night with a 158-200 on Justice League, and the lights turned on because we were the last people.
Yep.
Hello.
Have a safe drive home.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so 158-200, best score of the night, although not my high score, unfortunately. But that's okay. Hopefully I'll reach it by the end of the season. Yeah, I was dealing with like a lot of, I think, faulty guns. But I'm also not the best at this, unlike Michael, who is much better than me. But anyway, today, that is the end to an amazing night. Thrill-A-Thon has been great. And we'll give our full thoughts once we're fully exited out of the park. Alright, so we're just now leaving Six Flags Great Adventure. ERT is finished. It is about, it's actually almost 12 o'clock.
Yep.
Even though ERT finished at 11:30. We were a little slow getting out of the park, but that's okay with us. Overall, we had a really amazing day with tons of ERT, tons of backstage tour access, and lots of rides, a lot more than I thought we would be able to do on Labor Day weekend. But what did you think, Michael, since this was your first ever like major coaster event?
Well, yeah, one thing I definitely noticed, most of the times when I'm at parks, it's usually single riders, I'm always kind of looking for enthusiasts. This was the first time when I didn't really need to look for enthusiasts because they were all here. And it was just great just kind of talking with people, sharing experiences, talking about our favorite rides, different rumors about what's coming, just general coaster gossip, I guess. But it was also just fun just seeing a bunch more people than what I'm used to at these parks that are just big fans of this stuff.
Yeah, so if you're definitely interested in what you saw in this video, consider joining Ace. It's a great club. They do tons of events like this one and plenty others that are probably at your local amusement park. And
I'm definitely now considering joining Ace. Maybe next season, or maybe I'll join it in the winter, depending on how much money I have. But I mean, what is it, only like $30 for?
And if you don't want to join Ace, there's plenty of other roller coaster clubs like Coaster Crew. If you're in Ohio, I think there's one called the Great Ohio Coaster Club. But there's tons of options for you.
One day I'll start the Delaware Coaster Enthusiasts. We're only a couple letters off from DCA.
Unfortunately, I don't think they'd have like a local roller coaster event there though.
Then I'll build it myself. Quick, let's go grab El Toro and take it home.
Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed what you saw today. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a like. If you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at East Coaster Fan. And for a different perspective on today's event, along with other great content, follow this guy right here as Blue Diamond Coasters on YouTube, Instagram, and what most of you probably know him for TikTok.
Yeah, I learned a couple, when El Toro derailed, I made like a meme video kind of showing off the derailment. And I found out that, because it blew up, it got like almost 1 million views. But I found out today, not only did it get the attention of all those people, it got the attention of Six Flags PR.
Yeah, that was a fun conversation.
That was really cool, but also a bit concerning. I mean, I know now that I have that power. And heck, I was talking with him, I asked him about the TikTok, if Great Adventure has a TikTok account. I think they do, but like it's never active, they don't have any posts. So maybe me posting that video led to them saying that they maybe need a stronger TikTok thing. I mean, Great Adventure, if this video gets to you, I could be a good PR runner of the TikTok account, even though I live an hour and a half to 2.5
Yeah, get a guy from Delaware to run the
Great Adventure TikTok account. Sure, why not?
Absolutely. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.